success in entrepreneurship, business, and trading. Was there a specific point in your life where everything just felt heavy?
1,000,000%.
Happy Sunday. Happy market open. Y'all see how this candle opened up?
Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday.
Yes.
Y'all see this? What I told
Yeah,
you. I
that
told
shit
you
crazy.
based
That
off
shit
of,
crazy.
I told you based off of how it closed that it was gonna open like right around the mid somewhere in the candle and it's gonna keep going down.
Hey, look, I tried to put a limit order, but because I was moving so much, I ain't had no time to analyze the chart. Even after you had told me that, I was like, yeah, she told me that, but I still want to sit down and kind of like look at it. I don't want just
No, you want to know for
just be
yourself.
like one of those. I just don't want to be one of those traders that, okay, well, if my mentor say something, I'm just gonna go ahead and do it and not try to like learn for myself too. You see what I'm saying?
No, but you know
So
how I was taught with my mentor. Before I knew, I would just like take their trade and then come back and see and see if they was right. That's how I would do it.
I know I've been doing it, but I've been doing that for so long. Like every signal group I join, whenever they take a trade, I just go for it. And then I realized like one of those that video you was just watching, I was seeing a video similar to that was saying like, you know, you can't base your trading off of they trading because they might hold a different lot size to your lot size. So I'm like, damn. And I was blowing accounts thinking that this shit was just gonna be like a sniper entry type shit.
Oh nah. All signals ain't good signals. I don't like if I analyze with them and they went over the chart, then I would take the signal. I never was just in like a place where I was just getting signals.
Nah, but you definitely did your thing on that 30 though. When you said that shit was gonna do what it did, bitch did what it fucking did. And I was sitting there mad as hell. But I was like, nah, I gotta control my emotions and just wait because this is not temporary. It's you know what I'm saying, long term type situation. You know what
Nah,
I'm
this
saying?
is gonna keep
This
dropping.
time I want to make a career out of. So let me not just be mad off for one trade because the
Nah, it's
market
a
gonna
whole
be there like you said.
it's gonna be a whole bunch more moves, especially with what's going on. The tariffs is gonna like Trump is basically holding like he got they balls in his hand right now on the trade
That
war.
Yeah, that's what I heard. I heard that come Monday, the 7th, there's a possibility that he might put a pause to it and then everybody gonna be relieved. So
Mm-mm.
it's like, what the fuck is going on?
Nah, I'm gonna share that other video that I share with everybody. I'm gonna share that video in there. But they were saying like basically like the banks is begging for relief. So because they're scared, Wall Street scared, and the banks are panicking. Wells Fargo just shut down. Wells Fargo just shut down half of like I think 40 banks. Wells Fargo shut down. Yeah, Wells
Man,
Fargo shut down about 40 different banks across the globe. So they are they're begging for relief right now. So they're talking about to issue a stimulus check just to ease the fall of the market crash. Because they're basically like they're preparing for a global recession based off of the market crash. Because he's like he not Trump not budging. But he not budging for good reason, basically saying like they've been taxing us for so many years. Like if we just give in and be like, oh, okay, then we giving in to China. Everything that we get is made from China. Everything. All your t-shirts, a lot of your clothes and pants and shit, the pharmaceutical medicine, a lot of that stuff is all made in China. So they're predicting a global recession, not just the recession here. That's why the JPY dropped too. because he got them. He got everybody else is like, okay, you know, he told them, come on, like y'all can come now, and you know maybe we could settle it. But you know, China is like, no, they not. They actually introduced higher tariffs to him, so the market is not done dropping. They targeting the low. They targeting the low so they can get a good buy price. Because if it come down here and it buy back up from the low, that's a discounted buy.
You talking about in general or over there on the chart that you marking up the 30?
On the 30, like the 30, the Nasdaq, the S&P, these are the indices. That's their money. That's the positions and stuff that they holding. And
And
we're in a trade war with you know these companies that's holding this. Like they have factories overseas. They have factories in China. So they're trying to like sell their stuff. People on Wall Street is panicking. They don't know. Like major chart analysts is like coming out and they're saying, you know, maybe it's just a correction. They like to say it's a correction because it bought past that order block. They was not anticipating that. They're like, oh, maybe it's just a correction. And Trump is like, no, if we give in now, you know, they're gonna feel like they can walk over the US. So he's just like trying to hold, like basically brace yourself for the recession. But they're saying give us stimulus to inject into the Americans' bank account so that it can cushion the fall for the recession.
right.
Because they did a lot of layoffs. They laid off half of the people at Amazon. They closed a lot of Amazon factories. Banks closed. They laid off school workers. Like people are losing their job like crazy because of this. It's gonna affect everybody from low to high. So for them big bank, they losing their money on Wall Street, but people, but some companies start losing money, they gonna cut back jobs.
Big fact.
So
But I want to know if it's gonna drop past that three that three that 30,000 mark though. But I mean that's what
possible. It can, but okay. Trump, what Trump doing right now, it definitely can. It can. But if they issue, because right now over the weekend they've been doing they've been in office and like trying to determine as far as like what they're gonna do with the stimulus, putting together a stimulus. Like I was looking at the order blocks to see what's the low, the stronger order block, the stronger buy order block to see what they're targeting. Like they could potentially this is one look like the stronger one. This is where the strong buys came in down here. Strong
but
buys
you know what?
here
On
and here.
Friday you said to me that on Friday you said to me it don't really matter what they do. If they selling, we gonna be selling. So
Exactly. We gonna be
even
in the
though
market catching these sales. Like it don't matter. If they gonna be selling the market, let's get to the sales. This to me is like where we selling to. If we gonna sell to down here, let me know. Like what y'all doing. The market gonna tell us what it's doing because it's if it's long as it's below this, we taking sales. Just taking
yeah, and
sales
the fact
from where it's
and
rejected.
then the fact that it broke the weekly level
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and is moving into the monthly level,
Mm-hmm.
we I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. To me, I see sales coming in.
Oh yeah, the sales is coming in. It made a new monthly low. Like it can. This is why I said it was target down here. Because look, this is a monthly order block. This is where I got it marked out on a weekly. Well, I was saying I think that's where they targeting. But this is a monthly order block right here. And strong buys came out of there, so they can be targeting that monthly order block level. The low is like 32. Yeah, they definitely could be targeting that somewhere down here. A strong. This is a strong order block on the monthly.
So come Monday 9 a.m., I need to be
Looking for some positions.
right.
Looking for
I'm
your.
not gonna lie to you, like I've been sitting here trying to look for a position right now, but I'm just afraid that
Don't do it.
during
Don't get in before New York, because what it's gonna do, like it's gonna pull up some. It's gonna give you a better entry at 9 o'clock. By 9 o'clock, you're gonna have a way better entry. I know you
seeing
might
that's
feel
what
like
I'm afraid of.
yeah, 9 o'clock, you're gonna have a way better entry. Don't feel like you missing out. You're not missing a trade. You can kind of like ease them, but you're not missing a trade. With the market do when the market first open, it's kind of just like makes this indications of which way it's gonna go. It's not like you're not gonna miss nothing. Get it from me, Chunky. What? Get the paper from me. What? Get the paper from me.
Did you see that one news on TradeView? They said that something about the KYC, and with
Mm.
the KYC they mentioned something about something about this one guy that I guess wrote the article, made a tweet. He said that it's a possibility that Trump might put a pause to it, but don't what you saying sound more accurate than what he's saying, because if you saying Trump ain't gonna budge, because the way he moving right now, he acting like he ain't gonna budge. So come Monday, whatever Trump got set up, he might definitely still go through with it instead of putting that pause. Did you hear about something like that?
They hoping that he put a pause. Like, so when they talking about putting a pause, and then you got to look at the news of what's happening with the banks, okay? Because the banks is in these markets too. So you got to look at what's happening with the banking system. If banks is starting a major bank, Wells Fargo is a major bank, but it's owned by China, and they're putting a Can you get that from him, please? And they're putting a pause. They're not putting Trump is not putting a pause on nothing that China got. He want all the smoke, right? Because they've been taxing us on their goods and stuff for years, like because everything is come from China. Everything comes from China. A lot of your cotton, a lot of your t-shirts and all of that. First, Canada was saying that they wasn't gonna, they wasn't gonna budge, but then they changed their mind. But if what happens if it continues to drop, it's gonna affect everybody. We're moving into a global recession. So, but Trump is saying basically like, chill, y'all can just relax, don't worry about the drop. The market is gonna rally. That's what he was saying when he did the tariffs, when he signed the bill. I watched the press conference. He was saying like, yeah, the market is gonna eventually rally. But they're gonna bring it down to a point where they want to get it at discounted prices, where they can get it in a good buy and get a discounted price. That's a good buy. Like a monthly order block, that if they come into that monthly order block, that's a beautiful buy. If it rejects out of there and buys up, like, and they decide to fix everything right around then. But while it's selling, take the sell. Just use this will be something that you journal. Like you can journal to see how the market is, how the news is affecting the market. Like so that when it's next time there's big news like this and global news like this, you can see how it affects the market. So you can know what to anticipate. The news affects the market the same type of way all the time. It's not like what is it gonna do or what's gonna happen. It tells you what's gonna happen and it tells you what it's gonna do. But you gotta pay attention. See why I said the wait? Like it's pulling up for an entry. So you want to take it from like the resistance from up here.
Why not that? Why not that last order block?
Well, up here,
Not yeah. Why not that one?
because it's not gonna. I don't think it's gonna pull back up that high. It's likely not gonna pull back up that high. Like it's not coming all the way back up here. That would break the mid-month. And this is their money candle right here. So like you could probably place a stop above that money candle if it pulls back up somewhere around here. But you're looking around 9 o'clock. You should be looking for your entry.
But it's definitely a potential. Like
Yeah.
I'm asking, right? I'm not saying. I'm asking, right? It's definitely a potential that it could break the mid month and then move down significantly and leave a wick at that order block.
Like up here.
Yeah, because that's what I'm afraid of too. I'm afraid
It's
that it
not.
might.
You gotta look at. Okay, so you see this candle right here. This is what you would call an investment candle. So this right
Right.
here is their money. This is their sales. This is where a large volume of sell orders came in at. So and this has happened on a higher time frame. So you're looking at that daily, the 4 hour, the higher time frame. They're gonna protect their money. Like this is where larger institutions is putting their sell orders at on a higher time frame. It coming all the way breaking and coming all the way back up there after an investment candle is kind of unlikely. Like it opened right here underneath the mid month. It's not pulling back up here.
Oh, cause that order block up there,
That's
that's like the 40,000 level.
yeah, this right here. This one up here you talking about. The 4 hour
Yeah,
order
so
block, yeah, that's a sell order block. Like it's not coming back up to meet the sell order block. Like
yeah, that might be too, like what I'm saying might be too drastic then. Because if
yeah,
we
yeah,
already sitting at 36,000 to run up all the way to 40,000, and the market might as well start turning bullish.
yeah. Like before you see a buy, it will have to retest the low and reject it. Like before you see it buy back up there or something like that, it's gonna tell you what it's gonna do. So you will see a buy, you will see a sell to reject the low, like a retest right here and not breaking this monthly low before you see the buy. So you won't see it just come like just start going up. The confirmation of a buy is a retest. And a retest on like a 4 hour time frame is more confirmation. Like even if you're doing something like ICC, indication, correction, continuation, like if you see this is the indication, it will come up, make a correction, and make the continuation to know that the correction and the continuation to be up, it will have to like reject, which is just a retest. Like the retest is the ICC to me, but it will have to retest here. And if it's retesting on a higher time frame, that's more of a confirmation because these candles are 4 hours. It took 4 hours for it to come here. And then just this wick is probably like a 15-minute candle somewhere else. Like, yeah, you see? Like, but it took 4 hours for this candle to happen. So when you see a retest on here and it's not breaking, that will confirm your buy. You don't think that it's just gonna go up there because you see the order block up there. It will have to retest to tell you that it's gonna buy. That will tell you that it's gonna buy. Right now, you might see it pulling up, but trust and believe by 9 o'clock you're gonna see your entry. Around 9 o'clock, you're gonna see it up here around that level for your entry. Nas too. I know Nas opened up with a wicked weekly candle. Look at that. Look at that. That shit is been engulfing on a weekly. Engulfing, aka an investment candle right here on a weekly. This broke past a monthly order block. Look. The Nasdaq for a monthly. I think it's targeting this low. I do. I think it's targeting another fucking low. Down here. So we can mark it up naked chart, starting with the monthly on a 9. The monthly high is 20,557.01. And the low is 16. That's a lot of drop in this month. 16,344. 64. 64. Got the monthly high at 5,701. And the monthly low at 334.64. And the mid 18,445. 18.82. That's the mid month right now. The weekly low and the monthly low is the same. So we just gotta do the weekly high. The weekly high is 19,135.30. Three five 30, and the weekly low and the monthly low is the same. That's why I just kept the monthly line there. Three, three, four. Not right now. Call him your turn. 17,734. It came perfectly up under this mid level, up under the mid month level. That's where it opened up under the daily candle. And this being an engulfing and investment candle is not pulling back up like here, right here to retrace this whole candle. Like, not unless it's changing direction. Let me put my stop right above it. See what I was looking at. And then now it's pulling up now. And it's getting ready to do another 4-hour candle. It's about to come out in like 15 minutes. So you're gonna definitely see a pull up. Yeah, new 4-hour candles coming out in 15 minutes. And around 10 o'clock. Where you want to take your entry. Don't try to enter now. Do not enter in tonight. Let the market make its highs and its lows tonight. And when they pull back up, the pull back up is your entry.
So that'll be at 9.
Yeah, that'll be like around, well, the first 4-hour candle on Nas is 10 a.m. On the 30, it's 9.
I got a question.
Mm-hmm.
Do you mark up? Do your strategy work on Dogecoin?
On Doge, I don't mark up
Yeah.
Doge, but everything I put it on is worked on.
Okay.
Let me I can mark up Doge if you want and see. Jazz, you echoing. You gotta mute one. I'm gonna go to Doge and see. Jazz.
It wasn't even me this time.
It's not? Yeah, not me this time. You want Doge USD or just Doge?
Oh, USD.
Look at this shit. They got the damn Doge dancing on it. It's still selling right now. It look like the Doge is gonna come into. They might sell Doge. Is they? They didn't close out this candle. This right here is liquidity down here that they left on a monthly. If they don't close this out down here, this candle. So they left liquidity down there. If they got buy orders that's not closed out on the monthly. The high, the high is 239. And the low is 16. 14572. Not playing. What I said. What's up in this in there? We high, no weekly low is the same. And the weekly low and the weekly and the monthly low is the same. Weekly high is 170. And mm, the mid is 159,976 or 796. This is still selling. But what I was looking at yesterday or earlier today, they was talking about the DOGE dividends coins and like they're gonna be issuing them DOGE payments, but they received a lot of investment. The fact that I see it selling is kind of surprising. But in spite of what's going on, it's not. It look like it's still selling. Like it's still gonna be selling. If you're gonna be trading this, I would still wait for it to pull back up. So it moves at 8 like Bitcoin. Just looking, it look like it move like on like 8. Mhm. So you might want to start looking for your entry around 8 o'clock. You gonna take it? I will take it from you. Yeah, it's short. Set your stop above the previous engulfing. And you can take this out. Wait till around 8 o'clock in the morning, Eastern time. I'm in Eastern, so 8 a.m. Eastern time. If you're in Central, that would be 7 a.m. Central. And I'm gonna mark up Bitcoin real quick. Bitcoin dropping too. Don't tell me that. It don't look like it's pulling back up. It's just so much rejection right here at this area. Like the weekly order block is down here. It might not. I don't know. Bitcoin don't be respecting the order block like that. Not the weekly. Made a new monthly low. 77. 88,530 is the high. Low 77,058. Month, it's now 82,794. Oh, there.
I've been back testing the 8 o'clock and the 9 o'clock, the 8 o'clock and the 9 o'clock entry, and I back tested from the 4 hour going into the 15 minute, but I be like zoned out. I don't really be understanding like how to like get in, because for like let's say one day, right? The market might start moving in that one direction by like 8:15, or it might move like 8:20. So I don't know. I be trying to figure that shit out and I can't figure it out yet.
Okay. So you might want to get out of your own head and take the entry. So that's what it sounds like. Like you thinking too much about it. Like you is thinking too much on it. Like on the entry thing. Like if you're back testing, we're gonna do a back test real quick, and I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. While I'm telling you the 8 o'clock entry, how it does it. Like on this 4 hour candle, when you come down on the after 4 hours, and you go on a 15 minute, you are looking for your entry after 8 o'clock on Bitcoin. So you're looking for where it's rejecting that on a 15 minute. That's what you're looking for. You're looking for a rejection. Like you see how this is all rejection, but you're looking for
Right.
rejection on the 15 minute. You're looking for a rejection after 8 o'clock on the 15 minute for your entry. Once you see it start rejecting, I'm gonna show you a confirmation that you can't go wrong with. Like you can't like, oh my God, should I enter? You're not gonna have to get, because it makes
All right, that's the bet.
yeah, it's a
Yeah,
pattern.
that's
It's a pattern that it makes that you gonna see what I'm talking about. Wait, did I do? Midweek is 81.6. Okay. Now look, so you're gonna go back to not the weekend, because I'm gonna be trading the weekend. So we say Friday, 8 o'clock. Gonna do Thursday, 8 o'clock, and Wednesday, 8 o'clock. So we're gonna look back at those last 3 days, right? We come to the 15 minute. Over. So I'm gonna show you what you're looking for after 8 o'clock. That it does. Right? If you was looking for a buy, right? After 8 o'clock, this is 8 o'clock candle right here. You see this doji right here?
Right. Yeah.
The doji is telling you that it's like that's the change of direction. Like that's the entry to get in. So you would wait for a doji and usually a flat candle. But this candle wasn't flat. So you would enter in on your next flat candle. You still wouldn't have been like out of whack or doji, next candle entry. Let me show you like one of yeah, so right this one right before 8 o'clock it started making a doji for the sell. The doji, flat candle. After that, you see like that pattern, that doji and the flat candle. That's it telling you that the market is changing direction. A doji followed by the flat candle is usually like you're looking for the candle to continue flat afterwards, like so that you don't have to guess on your entry. You gotta feel more confident when you enter it, like and trust your analysis. Like here on a buy, it would have been this doji. This is 8 o'clock. It would have been this doji, and then this flat right here would have been your entry. Doji flat enter, and set my stop would have been set below the 4 hour. So if I'm entering here on this on a flat when it came out, I would have been able to keep a tight stop below the open and take it to the order.
What's your risk to reward or ratio or pips to secure the bag on that type of model?
On this, my risk it depends on your account size. When I'm not risking a lot because I'm taking it from the structures. Like I'm taking it from the levels of support, like the key levels. So I'm not risking as much. If I'm taking it from those levels, I don't have to risk that much because my risk to reward is low based off of me taking it from these levels. Like if it's breaking these levels, then that's my stop loss. That's what a stop loss is. It's stopping you from the loss. So it's stopping you from taking the loss of it going in the opposite direction. So if you set it above that structure and it breaks that structure, then you're fine. Like you just took a small loss as opposed to a big gain. Like I will be risking something like say you got a small account, like a $200 account. I
Okay.
and you're trading like a mini, like because on you can't trade knives or the 30 on a $200 account, but you might be trading like the mini. I will be risking something like $30 on a mini to make 160 in one trade.
Right.
So my risk
So basically, mhm.
reward is low.
So basically, you taking it to the next key level, right?
hmm I'm
Well,
taking it
so
to the next level of
okay.
resistance. So like for something like this week, you would be taking it from like one key structure to the next. Like you will wait for it to come up here for it to pull back because it's pulling. You can see it's pulling back. It's inside this 4 hour candle. Like if you drop down to a lower time frame, you can see it pulling back up. But this is a pullback. This is not a confirmed buy because you don't got it. You don't even have a retest of the low. So this is not a confirmed buy. That's how you can tell the difference between a pullback and this is going in the opposite direction when you don't have the retest there. It hasn't retested the price down here. So you looking for it to come up here and reject. When it rejects that level, Don't try to second guess yourself on this, because then you miss your money. And Bitcoin move fast. So
Right.
Bitcoin move fast. So you don't want to miss your entry for Bitcoin. Like it comes back around like around noon, the market might start pulling back when London closed, and you might be able to get another entry. But if you when you enter in the morning on your initial entry, wait for it
Well,
to,
tonight I'm gonna try to revisit that and see if I could like really spot the doji just like instantly.
like, because if you see it right here, like look on this, it made that same pattern right here. Doji, flat top, and the buy continued. When it start doing this doji like this, candle is about to change direction. That's the clear sign. Doji, flat, change direction.
So you would have took it after the doji.
Yeah, after it did this, that would have been telling me it's gonna sell. So after it did this would have been my entry for the sell.
So what if that was a bullish doji? You would have took a buy.
Yeah, if it was a bullish doji, then I would took a buy. But not I'm not looking at the doji, I'm looking at the candle that comes out after the doji. So not like you see, let me see another example on here. The doji is the change of direction when you're using Hakanashi candles. It's like it's telling you the market is changing direction. Not unless it's a bunch of dojis like this, and that's consolidation. Like it consolidates on a weekend. So here you have a red doji, the next candle is blue, but it's the doji is telling you that it's changing direction. And when you have a bunch of them like that, like the wicks, like how I do on a weekend, where it's just wicking back and forth, then that's just unclear price action. You don't know which way price is going to move. It's just order accumulation. It's just basically accumulating orders right here. So this is unclear which way price is going to move because it's just sitting here accumulating orders between two price points. This flat candle with no wicks above it that comes out after a doji is your indication, would have been your indication up here for the sell. Right here. Yeah, this is a doji and an order block. You got your confirmations. It's in an order block. You have a doji, and then you have a flat top candle. It even happened
So
at
I would
Sunday.
have took
Yeah,
I would have took it at the second flat, the first flat top or the second flat top.
you could take it at well on a 4 hour. You take it at the first flat top on a 4 hour,
Okay.
but on a 15 minute, the second one is the second candle. You want to wait for it to show you that pattern. Like this, this would have been your entry here. Like if you was looking at this and this, then this would have been your entry. The second flat and set your stop below there. Like if I'm just saying like on a 15 minute, like if you're seeing this pattern on a 15 minute. As it happens, you see the doji flat, but you want to wait for the two candle confirmation on a 15 minute. So this way you don't got to second guess which way the market is moving. But there would have been your entry. Out of here. So it started moving today. It looked like it started moving, dropping down for the sell heavy today. Oh wait, there's a rejecting that on a 15-minute. And now it's rejecting that order block on the 15-minute. See if it break this 15-minute order block. Still wait for the 8 o'clock. You know, you can go back and do some back testing, but wait for the morning candle because the market is gonna have more movement during Sydney and Tokyo. It's just kind of moving. It's gonna move kind of choppy. Like it's buying right now. You're looking for like around 8 o'clock for it to be like pulled up so that you can get a good sell entry.
Right.
Like let this thing pull up because if you're getting in now, you're going against you're trading against the trend. If you got in right now for a buy, you're trading against the trend. And when you trade against the
I
trend,
know. Yeah, I really believe you because I feel like if I try to get in any of them pairs that we looked at tonight, I'm gonna wake up and I'm gonna just be at stop loss.
definitely.
All right.
There you go, be
because
smacked.
because it moves so much today. It moves so much. Well, it moved significantly to its point, and I'm afraid that it's gonna pull back during that Asian and that London hour.
You see how much it moved today? That's what I'm saying. On Sunday, when you try to hop in the market, you don't know where the market is gonna go on Sunday. On Sunday, like you have an idea of which direction it's moving, but you gotta wait for it to make its indication to where it's gonna stop at before you hop in. Otherwise, you're just hopping in blind. So that's why Sunday is not it's not necessarily a good day to trade at all. I just wouldn't recommend it. Some people do it, but JPY drop heavy and the JPY drop heavy. Look like JPY is still gonna be selling too. It's not playing. It's gonna come into this you can come down here into this weekly order block. That's a new month. So a new month low and a new month high. Wow. 1955778. And the low is 186. 138. The high 195, 778. The low 186, 138. Zero 958. The weekly high and a weekly low is the same. I mean, a weekly low, a monthly low is the same. Monthly high is 192, 271. Might come to the end of this order block. Yeah. Might come down there because it's already inside that weekly. Whoa. Yep, and it's below the mid-month. It's pulling back up now. But JPY still wait till around 9 o'clock to enter. Looks like it's rejecting up here. Rejection is happening around this mid-week area. So my entry would be like this for JPY. It's probably gonna wick a little bit above this midweek area. I was set my stop. I would set my stop right above this. I'm probably gonna plug it back in. Oh, that's how the JPY. But it might definitely might go lower than that. Like this is the daily order block right here. Yeah, it's definitely might go lower than that. It's probably gonna make a new low tomorrow. Or by Tuesday. We're gonna be making a new low. All right, so for the US30, we looking at sells for that. Wait for it to pull up and wait for New York session. For Nas, same thing. Definitely looking for sales for that. Wait for it to pull back up during New York session. You're looking for it to reject around here. But it's probably gonna make a new low. So like, I don't know if you want to set that as your profit level. The Nas moves slower than the 30. Like the 30 will hit that take profit and keep fucking going. The Nas, it might take tomorrow or Tuesday to get to that take profit. The 30 will get to this profit margin right here and keep going. And move all the way through to the afternoon. Like you might see a pullback around noon and then see it keep going down. Like so as long as this market is dropping, we're gonna be taking retail. If that's the way the direction is moving, that's the way we're gonna be going. Don't try to deviate and do something else. Take pullbacks, trade against the direction of the market. Trade with the trend of the market. The trend is your friend. That's why you got them Hakanashi candles so you can clearly see the trend of the market. The trend is your friend. Okay, use that trend to your advantage. Okay, and them entry times, be looking for that candle pattern after 9 o'clock. Be looking for the DOGE. So you will mark. I'm gonna show you. You will mark the 9 o'clock. You looking for that pattern after 9 o'clock. So it would have been right here. Would have been your entry. Doji, flat top. So right around 10:15 would have been your entry.
I got a question.
Yeah.
I thought I knew how to back test, but can you show me how to back test?
Okay. So when you back testing, excuse me, when you're back testing, you can do this. Hold on, let me put it to the higher time. So this doesn't let the replay doesn't let you back test with Hakadashi candles. It only lets you back test with traditional candles. But you can back test with traditional candles using a replay. These lines I have here, these horizontal lines, I use this to mark where I would have entered that using the Hakanashi candles because it doesn't allow me to do it with Hakanashi on the replay. But that's where this is what you use right here to this is it right here. See this replay thing right here? And you just drag it back like that. And then erase the chart. And you basically would take the entries that you would have took according to them levels. You see? And you hit play and let it play out. That's how you back test.
All right.
But it only lets you. It don't let you do it with the Hakanashis. It only lets you do it with traditional candles. Oh, well, if you're doing Hakanashis, you could just use these horizontal lines and mark those hours on the chart. Okay. Okay. And mark back your week. And then you will move down to your 15 minutes to see where you would have entered entries you would have entered, and based off of those, like the pattern. So you will mark last week candle, and you will put those lines to see where you would have took your entries and how it played out. So if you're gonna use the Hakanashi candles, that's how you will use it. That's how you will use it. So you got to understand of how to back test now?
Yes.
All right. So I'm gonna post this call up and within the next hour. I gotta let it yeah, I'm gonna post it up within the next hour. Don't try to enter tonight. Wait till the morning. Wait till New York session. All of these are gonna move more in New York session, and then they're gonna move at your entrance. So let's go get this money. Enjoy y'all weeks. Don't be anxious. You're not gonna miss no trades. Take it from the levels. Okay? Let's get this money, y'all. Over and out.